Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Portsmouth. We are playing Plymouth today, and as you can see in the previous meetings, the first time did not go so well, and I've told you before, so we're going to try and get some comeuppance on them. We are at home. Hopefully that means much to us. Portsmouth, we are still in first place, 57 points to Hull City's 53. We are actually doing very well, compared to how we were before previously, but it is only February 6th, so transfer deadline day has come and gone. And we're into February. We still have several months to go. There's plenty to play for. So let's get into the schedule quickly. And as you can see, last time out was this 2-1 win right there against AFC Wimbledon. Okay game. We won. It's a green. I'll take it. We followed that up with a 7-2 thrashing of Championship Barnsley. Championship Barnsley. Not League One or League Two, but Championship. So I mean, it's FA Cup third round, but we trounced them heavily. We went just after the half, right at the 56. I'm thinking, okay, we gave up the lead at 56. I'm not expecting much. I'm actually just happy that we got to halftime with a lead in hand, and I figured they would come back in the second half and just kind of storm us, give us a little bit of a headache, and score a couple of goals on us, but didn't happen. As you can see, Haiula with a hat trick. 5 goal scorers on our side altogether. Woodrow just apparently ran us around like crazy. But 5 goal scorers in a 7-2 thrashing of a championship team. I'm pretty sure that Barnsley was sporting a couple of their under 23s or so, but I will take it all the way to the bank. And we follow that up in the EFL Trophy Southern Section third round. Leighton Orient, who is in League Bet 2. So going from a championship thrashing to a League Bet 2 thrashing with 4-1, pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, we followed that up with a 2-0 loss against Fleetwood in the league. That sucked. And then, of course, we had Tottenham after that. No way we were going to win that. Even if they throw in some under 23s here and there, unless they played with the entire under 23 team, yeah, there's no way. So we got trashed there. So Lincoln City, 1-1 draw. Not a great game. Last time out, though, I just want to point out 0-0 against Wigan in September 26th. Last time we had a draw. Months go by with red and greens and nothing, and we finally get a draw. Not that I'm hunting for draws, but we finally get a draw exactly 4 months to the day after the last draw we have. Kind of interesting. That's exactly to the day. But we do follow that up. 3-1 win over Charlton and then a 2-0 win over Blackpool. There's a goal I want to show you, though. Quickly, Harrison. 90 plus 3, is that it? Yes. This is the reason I have not done anything with the long throws. I was thinking I really need to look into it, why they're doing it and stop it. But they do score some absolute goals with it. I mean, it's a throw that Harrison comes perfectly in. The goalkeeper is rushing out to grab it, but Harrison gets there right before the keeper, and the keeper's like, I don't know what I just did. And then we get a goal from it. And it's a picture-perfect example of why I have not really touched it at all. So, but Blackpool 2-0. It is February 6th. That means January has finally finished. That means we've got a couple things to talk about as well. First up, not going to talk about this. Harry Anderson goes off to Bohemian in the Irish League. Apparently played 1 game non-competitive and got a 7-7-0. Okay. But the big one to talk about, Paul Downing leaves for Hibernian for, I think it was like 42K. So not really much at all, especially compared to what he was valued at. But we do get his wages off the books, which were on sort of the higher side of our league. And I wanted to bring in a particular 22-year-old, if you do recall. So I wanted to get him off the books, get him out, and actually the money he brought in, I was able to pick someone else up. So, but that's the outs. Again, I got rid of him in my beta save. Not someone I needed to get rid of. He was fairly good, but he wasn't playing at 29 years old. Get him out the door, get him playing somewhere else where he can play on a regular basis, and, bring in someone new and younger. Someone like Richard Narte, who, as you can remember, last time out, he was brought on trial for about 3 weeks. Well, his trial finished, and I said, you know what? I'm actually going to actively try and seek a deal for Downing so I can bring this dude in. And as you can tell, I already told you, we got rid of Downing, and Narte comes in. There is a problem that I'll tell you about in a minute. But overall, I mean, his potential at 4 stars, if he can reach it, is really phenomenal. He's got more yellows than some of the other players. He is only a fourth level. He's our fourth choice backup for the center back position. So he's not going to get a lot of game time. And there's another reason for that. Again, I'll tell you in a minute. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how this dude progresses. So that's the main reason why I brought him in. But I have another in. So let me get to that quickly. Sean Goss, who I had been scouting for a little while, doesn't seem overly amazing. We do kind of need that midfield position just to kind of fill our midfield out. He's not on he's a fringe player, as you can see right in the top. So he's not looking to get a lot of game time, which is fantastic. Maybe he can play a game in the under 23s just to gain fitness. But overall, his numbers actually are not too bad. More 14s and 13s and 15s than a lot of the other players that we have, a lot of the mediocre players that we have, and a lot of yellows more than whites. So overall, not too bad. Current ability, potential ability, he's not bad. I only picked him up for 7K, I believe. He was transfer listed at 8 from Shrewsbury, whom apparently he did not do very well at, because all the media was saying, why'd you pick this dude up? He's not very good. So we'll see. But I'm eager to see how he can do. I don't think he's going to be an awful pickup. So, like I said, we'll see. And time will tell. And again, fridge player, no real loss on my part. Now, if you remember, Andre Green was a dude that came in at the exact same time Richard Narte came in. And 87 from our scouts. Absolutely phenomenal. I think, if you could see, as I'm pointing to the screen that you can't see, but his potential is 4.5 stars. His current is 3 stars. So while squad comparison, he wouldn't have made a lot of games in the rest of the season, he still would have been fantastic to watch him grow. Unfortunately, I think it was literally the day before I was going to give him a contract. I was clicking to go, and I was thinking, I need to give him a contract. I'll do that tomorrow. Stoke comes in and picks him up. So I could not do a damn thing. Analyst rating of 42. I don't get the analyst ratings. I think our analyst needs to be fired. But still. And again, not a lot of great numbers. They're pretty good. Average pace and acceleration are pretty good. But again, I really would love to see this dude grow. He's still in our short list. So we'll see how he does at Stoke. But you can't compete with Stoke in the championship. Generally, if you're a League 1 or League 2 side. That's at least what I would imagine. So we will see how he does and how he progresses. He's still on our short list. So yeah, but it's game time. So let's finally get all this crap over with and get into the team selection. So as I said, there was a problem with Narte. He's unregistered. Basically what happened is I wanted to bring Narte in and I had to ship Paul Downing off. I got rid of Downing, freed up a slot. I had offered a contract to Narte already. He was taking his sweet ass time accepting it. So I was afraid he wasn't going to accept it at all. We were already in midway to later in the transfer deadline day. I was like, what am I going to do? I've got rid of Downing. I don't have really a defender I can use. However, we still need a midfield player. At least in my mind, we needed a midfield player. So that's when I got Sean Goss. As you can see, he's not on the bench because he's lacking sharpness and he just came in a little while ago. But I brought him in thinking Narte was not going to reach the deal by the end of the transfer window. And in the end, Shot and Goss came in for really cheap. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give you that Paul Downing position and we'll see how it goes. And then right after, Narte says, hey, I want to accept. I want to be in on the team. So granted, I could have waited. I could have not gotten Goss and I could have left that position open because, again, Narte was a free agent. He was not associated with any team. I could have picked him up after the transfer deadline day. Oh, well. Narte is only 22. He slots in the under 23 teams. He will play cup games, and then, we'll continue to see how he does and see how he grows. So he is not with us right now. Sean Goss is not with us right now. We will probably see Sean Goss next time. But for right now, McGillivray in goal. Brown, Nicolaisen, Raggett comes in. Whatmore wanted a rest, or I basically told him, I'm going to rest you because you're exhausted. But De Silva in the back four. Curtis Morris comes in because he's been clamoring for game time. So I like him. I don't want to piss him off. So, fine, whatever. So Morris comes in. Cannon and Williams in the midfield. Iwula Harrison up top. Iwula, 21 appearances, 17 goals. Has actually been slacking it recently, if you can even tell that. But damn, I like this dude. Now, one other thing that FM has yet to figure out is the sounds as I put my headset down because that is freaking loud. What I usually do, if you've known me for a little while at all, I turn the sounds off when I'm not playing on live camera or on camera at least. And that is simply because I don't need to hear the game. I like having it in the background of my videos simply because it gives a little bit more than just my voice. However, when you turn it off and you forget to turn it on until game time of the game you're actually recording, the audio gets spotty, so I gotta fix it every now and again. It's just plain. But 10 minutes in, interesting. Not much has happened so far, and of course they get stolen right off the bat. Encourage. What's also funny is Harrison, nice pickup. Williams, not a great shot at all, right at the keeper. But what's the other funny thing is, I had played the two previous games that we both won 3-1 and 2-0. I played them earlier today, just like earlier in the night, right after dinner, and I figured every time I shut this thing down and I turn it back on to record, something bad happened. So I'm keeping this game on. I left it on for a couple of hours, put the kids to bed, put the family to bed, came back, and now I'm really hoping for a good result. Oh, as I say that, Rasmus Nikolaisen into the back of that. 4th of the season. I really do like that dude. He's been spotty here and there. I think he was slightly injured or tired for a little while. So I haven't played him as much. Sean Raggett wanted to come in more, so. But no, I've got to see if I can pick him up at the end of the season. That was a pinball waiting to go bad. But McLeod would... First goal of the season. Isn't that usually the damn case? So one of the other things that I've noticed in all the previous games, I'm surprised that didn't get a yellow or something. But in all the previous games, obviously not this one, well, not really. Let me do a demand more just to get it out there. But, oh, come on. That goalkeepers have been insane against us. And I don't get it because, I mean, they've had some really huge saves. But our shots and on target shots have just skyrocketed. Yes! Second of the game. You know what? I'm going positive. I'm going to cautious because that is what kicked the crap out of one of the last ones that we had. Even though we don't need it. But still, our shots have been in the like 19 to 25 almost every single game. And even now, it's 63 minutes in, we're at 11. So we're probably not going to get up that high, especially now that I've gone to cautious. I should probably figure out subs. He's right in the middle of a jump. But I'm just insane. I just find it insane how high those really are. Look at all our players. 6'6" and 6'4", our two front ends, having not really the best game at all. But everyone else is really making it difficult to find someone to substitute out. So Cannon into Morris, over to Hiawula. Ooh, nice pass to Curtis. But a great save by Cooper. What are you going to do with those? I mean, the goalkeepers have been insane in a lot of respects. Raggett! Hiawula. That's bringing up the average right there. 6'5" goes up to... I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, Brown. Raggett can't get it on. I don't know who this is. That's some dude. Morris, thank you. Yeah, I pressed from McLeod. Isn't that how you pronounce it, McLeod? 6'5" to 7'1". But you can also see the defensive efforts that they are throwing at us. And this is not the first time we've seen something like this. We've seen a lot of these types of formations, and it's really hard at times to break that down. But this tactic is still doing phenomenally well. So, I mean, again, no one's told me to get rid of it, so I'm keeping it for now. De Silva, not as good as long throw as some of the others, but passing it all the way in. Morris. Yes! 4-1. We are absolutely giving Plymouth their freaking comeuppance, which I really wanted to do. I love the word comeuppance. But Morris one-times it, just smacks it right past Cooper. There's no defending against that, apparently. So, 4-1 win. It looks like we are going to just end up crushing them. And why are you asking me to do a sub? I've already done my 3 subs. Stop asking me these things, because I can't do it anymore. And that's the end of the game. That's a nice 4-1 win. I am super happy with that. I am more happy than I should be with that. But there you go. 20 shots, 13 on target. I mean, again, you always know we are a second half team. So that is a phenomenal second half compared to your crappy ass first half. So that's going to do it for us today. 4-1 win over Plymouth. Suck it. Hull City do come up next. Even if they win, even if they draw, it does not matter. We are 7 points ahead. And we still have 2 games in hand to compare to some of these other players or other teams. So right now, we are doing really well in the league. However, we've played a lot. We got a lot to play for. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 months of games to play right now. Yeah, there's plenty to do. And we do still have this semifinal to play for. So there may be a final in there. So maybe even another game. But that's going to do it for me. Sefian FM, thank you as always for stopping by and checking us out. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, do all that wonderful stuff. And it helps me bring you more content. So anyway, with that stupid ad said, take care and enjoy.